What's up, good people? What's up, good people? It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., coming to you on this Think Different Thursday. Y'all know what we do on Thursday. We think differently. We think differently. We don't think like everybody else. As leaders, as entrepreneurs, as the church, we do not think like everybody else. Y'all know what we've been doing all this week. We've been talking about building the 21st century church, a new approach to sin, not SIN, but CIN. And the church has to have a commitment to impacting the needs of the community. And we've been talking about commitment. We've been talking about impact. We've been talking about the needs. And today we're going to talk about the community. We want to talk about the community today because we want to have a clear understanding of the church's role that it has in the community. What's the role of the church in the community? Well, the role of the church is to me, in addition to the family being the pillar of the community, that the church is that pillar as well, because the church is made up of families, right? And we have to understand that if our communities are going to be stronger, be made stronger, it has to have a foundation. The foundation must be the church. The foundation must be the family. It's just like a house. A house has to have a foundation, right? So a community has to have a foundation. The foundation is the stable structure of the community. And part of that stable structure, these pillars that I've given you, to the pillars of the community are family, government, education, business, and the church. I'm gonna say that again. The pillars of the community are family, education, government, business, and the church. There's not one community that is not comprised of family, education, government, business, and the church. I said the church is the last one, because that becomes that stabilizing piece in the community. I dare you to look at any community, successful community, and show me where that successful community does not have those 5 pillars in it, and they are not strong. So what are we doing as the church to make sure that our community is stabilized? It's an anchor. It's almost like at a mall, and a lot of malls have kind of gone away now. But in every in every mall, they have what's called anchor stores, right? Those anchor stores are usually the big chain stores that everybody knows. Everybody, they're the most, usually pretty much the biggest stores in the mall. That's why they're the anchors. And it's also like on a track team, they call them the anchor. The person that's running the anchor leg, is that person that runs that last leg of the race in the 4x100 relay. The anchor is usually the strongest runner. The anchor is usually the strongest store. And you as the church should be the anchor of your community. Or is the church the anchor of the community anymore? If it's not, let's ask the question why. We've been talking about this week, this building the 21st century church, and being a new approach to sin. The foundation of the community and the foundation of the church having that commitment to the community starts with understanding what you mean to the community. What impact are you having in the community? Does your church have a presence? Good morning, Miss Linda. How are you? Have a great day. What presence are you as the church having in the community? Does your community know your name? Or is it, oh, that's just the church that's right there on the corner, that's open on Sundays and Tuesdays or Sundays and Wednesdays for Bible study? And that's the only time that the church is seen or known or recognized. Yeah, the community needs the church to have a bigger voice. And the truth be told, the the church is nothing more than the community. Now you'll have some churches where people will come from outside of the community to the church, which does happen, but the majority of the community should be from the church, and that church should be from the community. And if it's not, then you got to ask yourself, hey, what are we doing? And how much does the community mean to the church? How much does your church mean to that community? And what it looks like, what it what it can be, what it's doing. Because I promise you, if the church is more involved in the education, in the government, in the families, and connected to the businesses in that community, it makes it that much stronger. So how committed are you? As the church, how committed are you to your community that you are part of? And if you are, then you need to be showing it. A lot of time, I mean, what I see today of a lot of churches, I would say, and y'all might get mad at this, but hey, I'm going to tell it, because there needs to be the commitment of the church to the community. There needs to be a stronger commitment of the church to its community. I don't care what community you're in, your church, your church is in, and I'm talking to the pastors now, and the leadership of churches as a whole. And I see a lot of things that are, that have to do with the church that are fluff, what I call cotton candy. They do a lot of, things here, things there, but where's the substance? What's the substance of the impact that you're having as a church, that we are having as the church? Because we the people, like I just said, we the people are the church. And what does it say if the church that we attend, that we go to, that we are part of, and the church as a whole aren't committed to the community? So we've got to be that anchor. We've got to be that foundation. We've got to be, because the church was actually the one place that people felt like there was the one place that they could go to and get some kind of peace, some kind of solace from everything else. Morning, Tanya. How you? And we've gotten away from it in this 21st century, and we've got to get back to it. And that's why I wanted to do this, because this is part of what I do, is being able to assist churches to be able to have those structures in place in order to be able to impact the community, meet the needs of the community, make the community better, because that's what we should be doing. We should want to see the communities that we are part of be better. And the church has to have a concerted effort as a whole to want to see the communities do better and be better. And have those structures, have those things in place in order to be able to do that. Ask yourself, when what structures are in place, what tools are in place to make the community better. Can your community count on you as the church to get things done that need to get done? And collectively, because the church is the connector of all of the pillars that I just talked about. The church is connected to the family. The church is connected to education. The church is connected to government. The church is connected to the businesses. And as I said the other day, the church should be connected to other churches. And when we have that ecosystem, they all of those pillars become intertwined with each other. The family becomes connected to the government. The government becomes connected to the education system. And all of it intertwines with each other and makes the community better. So as the church, how committed are we to making our communities better? As the leaders as the anchors of the community, what plan do you have for your church to be that anchor in the church? What are those things that you're doing in order to be able to create that? If you don't have that structure in place, then those are that should be on your list of accomplishing what you want to accomplish here in 2023. We're finishing up the first quarter of 2023. How committed are you to your community, to making your community better? What do you want your community to look like by the end of 2023 as the church? And then what are you doing? What are you going to do in order to be able to bring that vision that you have to reality? And it's more than just, than just having, let's say, clothing drives. It's more than just having dinners. It's more than just the sermons on Sunday morning. It's really doing the work. It's really being tuned in to the needs of the community and how you, specifically your church, is going about doing it. There are a lot of churches that are doing the work. Trust me. But there are a lot more that need to be doing the work. And that's what we're here for. We're talking about building that 21st century church. What does that look like? What does that look like for you? What does that look like for you as a pastor? What does that look like for you as a ministry leader? Take your ideas to the pastor. I think we can do this. This is a need that we know that is in the community. Talk to your the schools, the school system that's in your area. Talk to your government officials and making sure that they are more than just around election time. Talking with the families of your congregation. Talking with the families in the community. Yeah, that means you got to get outside the walls of the church. And things have opened back up now and are opening back up, almost back to where we were pre-COVID. So there's no reason why you should not be reaching out. having, gatherings or meetings there. Instituting programs that you could bring into your church. I saw last week, Pastor had did a partnership with an electronics company a black owned company that was able to where the kids were able to get tablets for those that are in the community there. That's what we should be doing. Finding out what the needs are. Are you in a food desert? How can you get food to those families that are in need? What are we doing? What are we doing to assist the community? Are we talking to the community to find out what their needs are so that you can fill that need, so that you can impact that need? Not saying you got to do everything, because we know that's not, you can't do everything, but you should be doing something. I'm gonna say that again. You can't do everything, but we should be doing something to assist the community. There are many communities that need the church's voice to be louder and to fill the gaps. And the question is, are we doing it? How committed are you to the community? That's what I'm talking. That's what building the 21st century church is about, to me. When we do that, having the community, putting the community first, so that the community that you are a part of knows that you're there, and you become a stabilizing force in the community. That's what we do. Told y'all we're thinking differently on Thursdays. We don't think like everybody else, and the church certainly can't think like everybody else. Should not be thinking like everybody else. The church should be leading from the front. We've got to go out and do that. We should be doing those things. We should be setting the tone, setting the example for what we want, expect, and need in the community. And the church should be that voice saying, we want our community to have this. We need our community to have that. And if we are truly the church, and we're truly forward thinking, and that's what the 21st century thinking, building the 21st century church is about to me. It's about thinking forward, not thinking like everybody else, or even just saying, well, we've always done it this way. Okay, yeah, we've done it that way, but also saying, how can we innovate what it is that we're doing, not losing what we did, but adding to what we need to do. That's what having that mindset, the 21st century mindset, is about. And I promise you, if you do that, the commitment that you'll get from others and those that see what you're doing will allow you to be able to make the community better. Letting those government officials know, hey, this is my community. And we need your presence here. Talking to the school system, we're not going to allow our students to feel certain ways where they're in an environment that's not conducive to learning. Families saying, the church saying, our families need to be back structured, need to be together, living right, being right, giving you the tools to be able to be who it is and what it is that you need to be as a family. And the businesses in the community. Hey, you're not going to, if you don't live in our community as a business owner. Hey, there's going to be some demands put upon you in order to be able to sustain your business in our community. Or we're not going to support you and we're going to run you out. That's what the church can bring to the community. How the church can assist the community in becoming stronger. Giving those the congregation, those that may need to be able to find employment, to find jobs, giving them skill sets. What are you offering at your church to be able to increase your members' skill sets? The world is changing. So are you bringing in those businesses to show them what needs to be, what jobs are there, and then filling those the skill sets, giving them the skill sets that they need, so that they can fill the jobs that they need, and in turn, you increase the taxes and the tax base of the city, of that community, and that impacts the educational system. But you've got to have that like mind, and it filters all the way through all of those aspects, those pillars of the of the community. It's about community, y'all. We do this together, but you've got to have an anchor, and that anchor needs to be the church. So how committed are you to impacting the needs of the community? What's your new approach to sin? We're not condemning anybody, y'all, because it's not the SIN, it's the CIN. How committed are you to impacting the needs of the community as the church? Don't just talk about it. Don't just say that you are committed. Show that you're committed. Show the family, show the education system, show the government, show the businesses that you as the church, that we as the church are committed to impacting the needs of the community. It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. I told y'all these last week, I'm trying to give y'all principles that you can use, those things that you need in order to be able to be who it is, be better by the end of the year than you were at the beginning of the year. That's what we're doing. As a church, we've got to be the same way. Businesses, entrepreneurs, all of us. It's about being better. It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. We're going to finish out this week building the 21st Century Church tomorrow. Well, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Have a great day.